Midnight Fiesta. Hey everybody, we're doing Midnight Fiesta. Where we last left off, Beastmaster, Thief, Dragoon, Berserker. I could spend some time doing Abjadars now. I will not. That is not what Midnight Fiesta is all about. What Midnight Festi? What it is about is playing Final Fantasy V and hanging out and that's it. Those are the two things it's about. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Now, let's go ahead and keep moving things along. I think we're all good. So we just got to World 2 last time. We did all of our World 2 intro stuff. We have our full party again. And now it's time to head off to Windrake Mountain. Or we'll have to Dragon Pod. That'll be a job for a Berserker. I'm trying to think if there's anything we want on that mountain. Nothing I can think of. Bone mail exists. Could pick that up. We could eat some poison. I like eating poison. Yes, the Dark Fiesta. I was just thinking to myself that I want to do something continuation tonight. And I thought tomorrow would be better for doing more magic stuff. So instead we are going to continue Fiesta. The actual thing we have here is, hold on. We actually do have a thing of importance to do here, right? How much cash do I have? I've got enough. Okay, good. Gotta hold on to that cash. We're gonna need it. Okay. Let me go. We're fighting Abductor. We're leaving. Yeah. Good old Fiesta time. I wonder how many games I've played as much as I've played Final Fantasy V. And not like a number hours, but like just amount. Like completions. Hey, Blonde, thank you very much for the sub. Enjoy Skull. It will become useful very soon. Could be useful at any moment. You never know. Faris can make decisions at any time. Oh boy! Yup. Doctor sure has vampire. Okay. It's fine. There we go. End the fight, please. Thank you, Faris. Faris making some correct decisions, as all Berserkers do. Immediate use. Good. Alright, we have nothing to stand in our way. Cursed being. I'm so very happy with that emote. Just having that skull at the ready. Originally, it was for a combination of this and level 5 death. It's been a while since Blue Mage has been around, but Berserker is in our hearts forever. Okay, let's do all this stuff first. Oh, ooh, hold on. This is the village. I need a, frog. Okay. All the wolves. But no, I'm just thinking, like, how many games have I played this many times to completion? I know it's been a couple years since I've been, like, super in on Fiesta, but I feel like I've done dozens of runs of this game, and no other game has that, you know? These CADs. So Kelger here, I find pretty interesting. One of the games I still play is a phone game called Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It's one of like 2 phone games I still play, which is like all the Final Fantasy characters are available as like playable characters. But after a point, you run out of playable characters to add, so you start adding random characters. You know, you only have 5 that you can add as your main cast in 5. So they added, like, the Dawn Warriors in one event. Zezat, Dorgan, and Kelger. Which I find hilarious, because Kelger has 2 scenes in the entire game, other than, like, ones where the full Dawn Warrior squad are available. You know, like, full flashbacks. He has this scene where he gets murdered by Bartz, and then he has the scene where he dies. And that means he's a ninja who uses earth moves. Because he did that little thing there, you see, which allows you to dodge. Anyway, Lena and Faris are going to have a nice drink while we, talk to this dying, dog. Super Metroid, maybe? Yeah. I played, okay, yeah, Super Metroid actually I played more than Final Fantasy V. I was gonna say maybe not, but, like, Randomizer counts in my mind. And Randomizer is incredible as far as, like, how many times I've played that game. I was thinking Mega Man X, like, as well. I know I've played that game a good, like, that's a game I own on my Super Nintendo, and there's a lot of times where I've just sat down and it's like, yeah, so it seems like this, I don't count. It's like, yeah, Kelger's here, but Kelger doesn't do anything because he's just here with all 4. Mega Man X is a game that I've sat down and played a lot more than anything else. Because it's like, you know, takes like, what, hour and a half? Like, it's super quick. Like, if I just wanted to do something really quick and just have a good time, playing Mega Man X is a good one. You know, I've got that game down to a science, basically, playing it. But yeah, that's only because I have that literally on my Dorgan's got a nice purple cloak there. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, all 3 of these, Dorgan, Zezat, and Kelger, are in Record Keeper as characters. Zezat is an ice spellblade who has some earth moves because he's in the Dawn Warriors. Kelger is an earth ninja, and Dorgan is an earth knight. Elements tend to matter a little bit more about a character's identity than usual. Kelger, though, isn't the deepest cut that game provides, because a lot of games have, like, only a few characters to provide for Record Keeper. You know, if you look at main cast members, you know, some games you've just got 6, and then once you're past 6 characters, it's like, well, we're gonna do, like, maybe a villain character, maybe another side character, and then we're done. My favorite of these is Final Fantasy 13, which, thanks to Record Keeper, in the first stream we did of Final Fantasy 13 with me and Luke, I got to pull the ultimate joke on him, where I talked about what I know about the game. I named off all 6 of the main characters, and then I named off Cid Raines, because for some reason Cid Raines was like the most powerful character in Final Fantasy 13 for like years. Like, there was a long amount of time where like stuff in that game had to be adjusted for the existence of Cid Raines. It was pretty funny. But the deepest cut as far as a character goes in my mind is that Jill Nabat, the character who just eats it and dies after 2 scenes in 13, is a character. How many characters does FF1 have? FF1 got merged with like the Mobius game, and that's where a lot of its characters came from. But to answer the real question, FF1 has Sarah, Garland, Matoya, Wool, Warrior of Light, Master Monk, and Thief as actual characters. And then it has Echo and Wool, the name W-O-L, who is a red-haired individual who I think is the main character of Mobius, as characters in 1 as well. Give me a frog. Found a wizard. Alright, I gotta go find a frog. This is actually the most important thing. But FF1 actually has more characters than you'd expect. FF3 is pretty garbage. Oh, I should probably go heal. FF3 has Onion Knight, the 4 characters from the remake, and, like, Cloud of Darkness. And that's the entirety of the realm, I'm pretty sure. So 6. 15 was also a very barren game for that game for a long time, as it only had the 4 boys for quite some time. Yeah, it's Sarah, as I mentioned. The princess from the first world is a character in there as well. We get a free in? Oh, ahem. We get a free in? Thank you. But yes, 14 also is a fairly, not barren, but like, underrepresented realm for how many characters exist in 14. Because for some reason 14 just doesn't get stuff. I'll take your 8 potion, thank you very much. Anyway, one of these sheep is now gone. Let's quick check the weapon shop. I don't know if anything is an actual upgrade here. Oh, actually, okay. Well, we need to save 10 grand. Okay. But yeah, going back to what we were talking about before, though, about, like, most played games, Super Metroid definitely, I think, hits the... Ooh, Chain Whip. Yeah, okay, that's actually a fine purchase. I don't like the lightning call down on, this whip is fine, but it's not very powerful. It only does, like, 50 to 100 damage at best, so just having more damage on the whip will be more effective. Especially because, like, elemental resist can come into play. Alright, so we need to catch a frog. This is pretty important. The Coronado Gourd, which is the item that we'll be getting from that wizard, who, if we give him a frog, is an item that takes it, that, you know, if in your possession, makes it so that the capture... Wow, that's actually... Oh, this has got a paralyze, too. That's actually way better than the Blitz Whip. The Coronado Gourd takes the catch command and moves it from success on 1/8 HP. So a 1,000 health enemy needs to be under 125. Or 125 or lower in order for it to succeed. And turns that into 1/2 HP. There's Coronado. Nago. Ooh, that's a very bad move. I don't like that. It's gonna be hard to capture anything if my Beastmaster is, you know, paralyzed. That should wear off, I think. How much health does a Cornago have? It's a question I can answer. Probably not useful information in this fight. I highly doubt him getting a move. Berserker is going to take an action at some point. Or they'll just miss. Okay. Maybe it does matter. Let's hit it with a spear. Hit it with a knife. Catch it. Enemy's still too strong. Okay. No! No, it ran! Crap. Okay, well, we know it has more than about 800 health. It's a pain. Pokemon would be better if it gave you a Cornell cord. Yeah. Oh, I probably could have just had another sheep. Whatever. But yeah, so we want to get this because catch is just... Catch at half is so much better than catch at 1/8. Catch at 1/8 sucks really hard. It's very annoying to work with. Like, I do not want to be stuck on that all game. So, catching on half will just be a lot easier. Especially, like, if I want to catch enemies like, Dragon Avies. Catching Dragon Avies at half health means that's like 2,500 damage I don't need to deal in a fight, you know? Feeble cast 1. Showed skull. Yeah. You'd think Cursed Being would be undead. You'd be wrong, but you'd think it. Oh, that's useless. Then again, Pokemon does kind of give you a Coronado Gourd. It's just called, it's just called, like, Ultra Balls. Ah, come on! Ooh. The damage roll number was high. I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna wait. Or we're not gonna do anything. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna flee. Okay, it flees when it's under a quarter. I think it just has 1,000 health. Annoying. That tangle really threw us off. It's fine. I'll take levels. Like, this is something we have to do at any rate, is get this frog. Like, we have to do this. So, like, getting levels from it, sweet, that's a really great side effect, because at some point we're also going to need a bunch of levels. Like, that's just a truth with this party. Pressing and holding B plus down, thank you very much. You have to hold down, because that holds it closed. That's the whole point. Ooh, too much. That's a kill. Damn. Damn. I'll switch to a weaker whip. Maybe that'll do it. I can't switch to a weaker spear. I don't own one. But maybe swapping over to the... actually, no. What if I hit twice with the whip I have? 40 plus 40, and then Berserker decisions and doesn't kill it? That'll be fine. Yeah. Okay. So let's just defend. The reason I'm defending is because I only want to deal damage with, I want more targets for the Berserker. So we're going to defend so that the Berserker has more things to hit rather than the Cornado. Cornago, not Nado. Oh. Okay, that should be good to catch. And Berserker Decisions are with us. Catch it. Frog detected. Perfect. Very happy about Frog. Alright, let's go. That wasn't too bad. That could have been a lot worse. Yo, what up? I got a frog for you. Hey, 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 hey. Hey, hey, wizard. Oh my god. 10,000 gil in a pot, damn. This wizard literally just wants the frog to eat. Anyway. Having that item is super important. Maybe more important than anything else. We're gonna have that equipped on Bart's for a long time. It increases it from 1/8 to 1/2, so it's super easy to catch things now, comparatively. You can have Elf Cape instead of the Thieves' Gloves, and then I need to buy some hats, I think. All right, what's next? Just Headband, X2, Power Sash, X2. Wow, 350 bucks, hell yeah. Always spend all your money. You know how it is. Okay, so that was actually very, very nice. Yeah, I got enough money for that. Oh, God, again, I'm here. It's a free in, Chance. Maybe you should use it. Alright, next up is the Drakenvale. We're going to be fleeing from a lot of fights because I don't want to fight undead. And the final boss is susceptible to death. Might want to try and find and catch something that has an AoE on it. I don't know what that would be in this area, though. Okay, well, it sure as hell ain't gonna be a weresnake, that's for damn sure. Fine. The reason I say we want something with an AoE is that the way the dragon pod works is that it just summons all these tiny pods repeatedly. That's its only real move. And then the tiny pods just spam status effects at you. But the tiny pods have 1 health. And Faris can just death proc the boss. Otherwise the boss has like 10k health. So we really do want to have the death proc do the job. Thanks to the money. I want to fight 5 cats. I want to catch a cat. I have no idea what a cat does. Whatever, we stole a cat. Captured my... I have no idea what this does. It's fine. So in here's where we're going to be running from a lot of fights. The fights in the cave are like the boner dragons, and we don't want to be fighting those at all. Like, there's no world where I want to be fighting a bone dragon. We'll fight another cat. That's easy. Berserker. I believe in the Berserker. Yeah, like, these fights in here are just not worth your time. I don't care about Drip even. Poison, like, Zombie Drag is too huge. They're immune to death, so Berserker can just turn them to full health when they want. Golem's in this room, but I don't care about Golem. So goodbye, Golem, if you just showed up in this fight. I remember... Alright, so... Are we gonna curse ourselves? It's this one, right? Oh, this one. Alright. We'll think about it. This is a room I got stuck on forever the first couple times I've played this game. Because it's really not apparent what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fall down that hole. I remember getting stuck there for some time, just not realizing that there was a hole you had to fall down. Alright. Let's go grab some useless stuff. Wait, is Hypnocron useless, actually? Huh. I hadn't thought about it at all, but I think it isn't, actually. Huh. Usually that item's hot garbage. Well, that's interesting to say the least. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye, zombie drag. Oh, excuse me. I wanna pick up my Phoenix down. And here's our save point. Alright, so this fight is gonna be a little bit of a pain from memory. I don't know, what can I catch around here? I might have to just check what is around here for AoEs to catch. Like maybe Zombie Drag or the Bone Drag have a... Bone Drag probably just has Bone. Maybe we'll get lucky. Alright, here it is. Wow. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Look at that 2-frame animation, that's beautiful. Alright, let's go. No, that's not the move I wanted. We want to keep these all under control so the Berserker can't miss. Okay, all under control. Now, Berserker. Oh, that's bad. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's very bad. 5. I'm not going to be able to kill these all before they start throwing statuses at us. Yep, confused. And? Nope. Just keep poking them. Sooner or later, the Berserker will find an... Don't like that that has a mischance. Paralyzed powder. So yeah, this is showing off the problem. Come on, Faris. Well, that was technically what I wanted. Hey, now that's actually what I wanted. Good. Perfect fight. Not even a problem. Again, that fight is like, if you have any sort of area attack, literally anything, it's the easiest fight in the world. You just spam fire or whatever on like area, and all of the little things have no HP and they die. So, like, anything at all that has area damage kills it. It's nice. Alright, that's good. What's next? Is it Greg? Are we at Gilgamesh? I think we're at Gilgamesh too. I always think there's more between me and Gilgamesh, but no, it's straight up Gilgamesh time. Hi, Golem. Goodbye, Golem. Hi, Golem. Bye, Golem. Do it again. One more time. Trio. Hold on a minute. Cat v cat. Okay, I want to have a cat in the pocket. Got it. Go. Just kills Galoof and leaves. What? How rude. Can't believe this. Anyway, we're back at the entrance. So we gotta take the dragon grass, bring it into the Drake. We get the Drake, we fly over to Guido's Island. Guido's Island falls underwater, and then yeah, then that's it. You can fight Drippy. Drippy's not actually a big threat because Magic Hammer doesn't do much. Like what? I don't have MP. What do you want? Please, steal my MP, I beg of you. My Berserker has 71 MP, please, steal it. I'm dying. Okay. What's up? This is good Fiesta time. Very good Fiesta time. Sure, there's a bunch of potions, and now we can... Oh dear. Oh no, I made a mistake. I double healed. Well, sorry. I didn't mean it. I've been enjoying them too, Emilio. Alright, yeah, let's just move. So you gotta break in, because you told Galoof, you know, forces to not let Galoof in. So we're gonna just use the waterway. For the last, like, 3 months or so, my sleep schedule has been effectively pushed back 4 hours, which is kind of useless. So I tend to be up till, like, 3 a.m. I think it's because my brain processes the streams I do as the middle of the day. Which, obviously, they're not, but to my brain they are. We need to go feed the... That's fair, too. Okay. I don't actually think you can talk to Kryl here. I think you can just go to Guido's Island without having known about it. And, it'll sync anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I just tend to be up till, like, 3 a.m. and 3 or 4. And then sleep in till, like, 11 or noon. That's how it'd go. Indeed. Lena's gonna eat the grass to make the dragon eat the grass. See? It's delicious. I love the poison. Actually. One thing I've been thinking of about over the last week or so is slowing down a little bit on Xenoblade. I know that, like, one of the big reasons that I have Xenoblade twice a week, in addition to how much I really love the game and just love playing it, is that I didn't want that to go, like, 6 months. But I worry that I'm blitzing through it at a pace that isn't reasonable to keep up with. Like, obviously, I'm the one doing it, and, like, doing twice a week for 2 or 3 hours is normal, but, like, it feels like something where, like, if you fall off it for a week, all of a sudden you're so far behind. I don't know. I'm thinking about, also the other thing is, I kind of want my card time back, so I might pull it off. Kryl, whoops. What I'm saying is I might pull it off of Tuesdays. I'll be thinking about this more over the week, but probably get some feedback from some other peeps. But just know that it's a thought. Alright, anyway, we gotta go fly over Guido's Island and have nothing happen. And then it's Gilgamesh time. I need to steal a Genji glove, which isn't very useful, but I'm gonna steal it anyway, because I have a thief in the party. When am I getting mugged? I gotta be getting mugged soon. Alright, I also don't have to, Alright, the exit's up in the upper side. I don't have to, thoughts. Reflect rings. I can steal them instead of farming them. Anyway. Here's Guido's cave. It's going to go away. We can go up to Crystals today. That'll be a good play to go up to. Crystals is yeah, again, it's something I want to... I'm not going to pull the trigger on immediately, because like I've been saying they're going twice a week, and I don't want to change that suddenly, but it just feels like I'm going a little too fast on it, so... I'm loving it, though. What's up? We're fine. Okay, anyway. Gilgamesh. Shouldn't be much of a fight. I can go to Castle Surgate if I want to. I don't know what I need at Castle Surgate, but I can go there. In a world covered with endless ocean. Treasure hunters dig through ancient ruins to find refractors. Oh, there we go. Alright. This is Moogle Town. Glad to hear your thoughts on it. That's why I brought it up, is that I want to hear other people's thoughts on it. No, but for real. How am I getting this lost? Here is the Sextuts. With these 4 barriers. Okay. That was Fork Tower, not a barrier tower. These 4 barriers. There we go. Let's quick land, save, and then we'll... do, Greg. Everybody get ready. About to have the reprise of Battle on the Bridge, Battle on the Boat. It's not any different, but, you know, it is on a boat. Battle on the big boat. So literally that line there where he said Swordsman Zezat and him throwing around ice and lightning within the cutscenes is why in Record Keeper he is a Spellblade. Anyway, I think we just need to go down and sleep. I'm in the wrong room. Okay. So our crystal plan, by the way, is Mini Faris. It's a pretty foolproof flan. Yes, foolproof flan. Yeah. Here we go. There, other side again. It's time. So got the Drake over there. This song's super good. Hey, there we are. Our good friend. Let's see, we're doing a little back-to-back thing. Woo! Alright, you only have to fight this one. Just a gobbledygook. And then we get a little scene here. Oh ho! There's a lightning bolt. Gilgamesh has a lot of speeches. I like him going on about the sea here. I ain't backing off on damage, so we're just going straight for the hits. Ooh, missile. There's the Genji gloves. Alright, we're done. We have a dancing dagger. Put that on Galoof. Put that on Galoof. Blaze it. Yeah, this fight's going well. Yeah. Alright, so our friend should be showing up pretty quick here. Where you at, buddy? Yeah, there we go. My faithful sidekick. And make it double. Anyway, killing Kiryu. I was really hoping on that. Okay, let's go ahead and release Cat. Damn. That's fine if we kill Kiryu. That'll help. One of my greatest shames was there was a couple years ago at MagFest. There's this panel they have there that's like a Name That Tune thing, and I was up there on there, and one of the songs that came up was a remix of this that I didn't recognize. But my brain, because I couldn't pin down what game it was from, was convinced it had to be the Four Fiends rather than, that was a mistake, rather than Greg. The remix was from Lightning Returns, if memory serves, which is not a game I've played, so. Alright, I think Q falls over to this. Okay, needed. Right, Deathclaw. Yep, you've got moves. One of my favorite other bits about, Gilgamesh is that Gilgamesh is a blue mage at heart. Gilgamesh has a lot of moves, but just is a blue mage at the end of the day. I like that a lot. Hey, 1500. Give me that freebie. Alternate versions are like, I can't help you. I like that panel a lot, though. It's one of my favorites at the event. Because I like just the name that tune bit. The people running it know what they're doing and all that. Last year, Doc ended up winning it. That was pretty good. Hey, free 1500 on the end of the fight. Yeah, it's the end of the fight. Thank you. Anyway, we got the Genji gloves. I'll take a free golden shield. Ah. Blurb, 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 blurb. You glub, glub, glub. Oh, he just leaves. That all said, the knowledge that Lightning Returns has a Gilgamesh remix is good knowledge. I think that's one of, like, the only facts I know about that game. Alright, time to get a submarine. Alright, we can just take the tower. We don't need to, barrel. We don't need, anything from here. We want to catch a yellow drag. I can try doing that. I don't need the gold hairpin, though. Why do I even get that? Cursed Me Magfest ain't gonna be happening this year, huh? Bit of a sadness. More's the point, even if it does happen, there's no way I trust going there. Even 6 months out, I don't have that much faith. I've kind of written off going to, like, local card events for some time. You just sort of have the cube sitting around. Certainly is a blessing that Magic Arena exists and is as, like, nice a client as it is. Even if it's not officially canceled, I would not go. That seems like a mistake in my mind, and I think they'd be smart enough to can it anyway. It also had, like, a really horrible timing in the first place. Like, if you were trying to fly in there, like, flights were already, like, double priced because they were timed directly on the presidential inauguration. So, like, a flight into DC was just a mistake. Alright, do I need to do any leveling here? Is there any point to doing leveling here? The only leveling I would need to do here is that if Atomos is too strong for me, I think my numbers are good. I can't sleep, but I can just deal damage. That's all you really need to do against Atomos is damage. Let's go. Nobody needs a blood sword, so we'll leave it. I'll take a neon out. Wow, I fell for that one pretty hard, huh? I forgot they countered with that. Yeah, I have to assume they just had, like, you know what, I'm gonna just use a tent for this. Yeah, I have to assume the venue must have been cheaper or something like that. The enemy is under your control. Give me that speed shake. I have to figure that's what it is just like, it was cheaper that day, and then like, they just kind of had to go with it, because, you know, you have to fit it in somehow. I don't know. Yeah, it's sort of a moot point nowadays, though. This will be the first time I won't be at a MegFest for 7 years? I think 7 years. Been going for a long time. It started as a very silly bit. The entire reason I went to MegFest the first time was due to a quirk in how my company did time off. The company I worked for at the time, like, accrued time off at January 1st. And I was just, like, super in need of a vacation at that time. Like, you know, within the, like, just in the area of, like, September and such, and I knew I'd have a full, like, a big amount of, yeah, that's the other one, good. I'd have a lot of vacation showing up on January 1st, and MegFest that year was, like, January 9th, and I had heard about it on Twitter at that point from, like, a person or two who had gone to it the previous year, you know. And I thought, well, sure. And it ended up that a couple of my roommates at the time were also interested in just doing something. And so, because if it had been like middle of the year, it would have been like Gen Con, right? If it had been like later, it would have been like a Comic Con. Like, it was just literally the timing. That was why I ended up at MegFest. And very odd turn of fate, I feel, because that was a very meaningful year. I can fight a cigarette, Gigas. Yeah. Just how going to that was just so important. How many people I know online I met there for the first time, really. I can catch a Ziggurat Gigas. Hold on. Okay, I can't hit a Ziggurat Gigas to save my life. But yeah, if I had been at somewhere else that had accrued PTO in a normal way instead of a weird way, I likely would have never gone. So. Alright, I don't know what a Ziggurat Gigas does on release, but I've got one now. Need more high potions. Yeah, we drove out there from Minnesota to DC. We did that 2 years running. That was a trip. I would not recommend that, by the way. It was like 22 hours of driving. We just did it in one shot. Pay with your blood. Hey, Adamus. Perfect. That's kind of the one I wanted out. Alright, so this is just damage. This entire fight is just a damage race against the slow movement of Atomos eating, eating Galoof. I feel like the dead Galoof. Want to try playing with fire? Damn it. Ahem. Okay. The play here is that I get more time with 3 characters standing. Atomos has a lot of health, so I do want to get some sword dances in. I think it's like 15. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Because Leno's not slow, I want Leno standing, and that's not gonna happen. I'm gonna get like... Okay, fine. That did not work as I wanted. No! Dragged into another dimension. I wanted to try to dodge the comet with that. That did not work. Alright. Yep, Slogo really is a backbreaker, huh? That's not very relevant. Oh, I paid for that one. Huh. Alright, well. Alright, Faris. This is fine. I don't see the problem here. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. Yep. Uh-huh. I'd probably get 2 more attacks at best. One more attack at best. Alright, Faris, it's all on you. Well, my plan did not work. Might mean I need a little bit more as far as number. Reasonably close to a level. Oh boy, off guard of all moves. Let's just try again. Maybe one more dancing dagger move is all I need. And I think I'll be jumping with the Dragoon to try to dodge Slogas. Sure. Jitterbug's not bad. Horrible. Oh wow, the slow affects the jump rate too? So I know you can probably catch something to put it to sleep, but on the other hand, I have all physical damage, so I can't really put this thing to sleep and expect that to work. You know what I mean? Could catch a... Okay, we're gonna try to divert again. Okay. That actually should be pretty effective. We no longer have slow. That's... Oh, right, we have the Tempting Tango. That's... Well, That didn't last very long. Not a lot we can do about slow. Nice. Give me some sword dance. Yeah, there we go. That's basically what we need, is we need 1500 to pop out of the swords dance for the win here. Do not need the mystery waltz. Maybe you want to pick up Bart. What's up? That's fine for a while. Oh boy, Bart's is like standing directly on top of our friend here. Swords dance, good. More sword dancing, good. It's pretty consistent damage too. Alright, there's Wormhole 1. I do not want Bards to get hit by this. Let's try that again, please. What did I just say? F. I'm not gonna be quick enough to be able to pick up Bart's here. Sword dance. Hey! Perfect victory. Exactly what we needed. Never in question. Alright, Tito's Cave. It's gonna be a bit annoying. Wee. And as that gets the sad music. bump. And then... Oop! Fall like a rock. Alright, so Guido's Cave, which will be quick, because we have Flea. Thank goodness. Place is full of a lot of enemies you just don't really want to be fighting. With these 3 barriers. And then we can go do the Forest of More. Forest will be pretty short again. So the big thing is, if I'm 55 levels under crystals are 77. That's like a 55% immediate res, plus I think the like 20-ish magic res they have, which makes it like 70% status evade, and then it's a 1 in 3. So I think we're at 10%. That is to have death procs on the crystals. So the crystals are not immune to death. There's a lot of ways to use that to your advantage. Samurai has a command that just kills them. But a small berserker can get the job done. Okay, so we're heading down and around. Oh, up and around. Ahem. Yep, definitely up and around. Okay. We can go get Shoat. We don't need Shoat. We can go get... We'll probably go get some better stuff. Let's quick do this, because everybody's dead. Alright, and then following crystals, it's X-Death. Prep for that fight. Yeah, like Dark Aspect, I don't want to be fighting ever. Metamorph has 1 billion health. I don't want to fight in the forest. This one? No. It's middle. Ahem. Oh boy, has it been that long? I'm just completely forgetting how this... Yeah, okay. No, we're good. I just forgot ordering. It's top left, then bottom left. Alright. Crystals will be nice. So part of crystals is that we have to mini Faris. The reason we mini Faris is because if we don't mini Faris, we'll kill the crystals instead. And killing the crystals is actually quite bad. The crystals have 7,777 health. They're level 77. and each have an element. Once they get under 3,000 of that 7,777, they go into Enrage mode, and in Enrage mode, they just start casting their Hyper Element spell. So the Fire Crystal will cast Faraga, Earth Crystal will cast, like, Earth Shaker, etc. without end. And, so what we want to do is instead, while they're not in Enrage mode, all they will do is auto-attack, effectively. And Faris will bonk them with a hit. And this hit will have like a 1 in 10 chance of killing one with a skull. But it will not deal real damage. If it dealt real damage, then we would actually have a problem. So. We could do a real damage plan. We have enough damage to try it, but we have Berserkers, so I might as well take the sure plan instead of the dumb one. I say the dumb one as though the Berserker one is not the dumb one. Berserker one is a good one. I like the Berserkers. You always know what a Berserker's gonna do. Attack. You can count on it. Poke, poke, poke. More Christmas. This time, of course, and of course by the briny beard of Neptune. Not just Christmas, but Sweet Christmas, which is a Luke Cage thing, in my mind. Trees, lots of them. Tree in that forest used to be sealed evil spirits 500 years ago. Turned into X-Death. Oh. Okay, so here we get the branch. This lets you go into the Forest of Moor. You can't enter without it. Forest of Moor is kind of a funky dungeon where you don't have full sight. It's not that long, though. Tries to be more confusing than it is. And another dungeon where Time Mage gets to laugh at everyone else. This happens a couple times in the game, where you actually have to make the walkout, and Time Mage has an ability, has exit, effectively, to just leave things. Wonder what the theoretical fastest team would be. Like, you know, for, you know, Loon does the Fiesta Done Fast stuff during Fiesta, and, like, it's kind of interesting to theorycraft what actually would be the, like, best speed team. Thief would probably be, like, it's funny, Thief would be strong for having overworld speed, but doesn't hand a lot to the team. Like, much at all, comparatively to what other classes could. I feel like Summoner or some other big damage class like that would be another big one. Solutions. I don't know. You have to think of the game as a whole and, like, what classes early give you that lets you break through lengthy bits. Alright, where's our map? Okay. Chemist is strong, but slow, because you have to grind for materials and use them in combat. Blue Mage is strong, but requires you to find strong spells, which can be a time-consuming effort if you don't have certain other classes to go with it for control or such. This is Shoat Cave, I don't need this. Again, it's because the crystals are what they are. I think the only thing we want to catch would... Oh, I can't target with the mini, so it probably doesn't move me to catch it. Let's go ahead and check out the town. How you doing? We got a decent amount of cash. We got diamond stuff. I think finally we can upgrade to the javelin. No, we just get air knives. Don't want air knives. Nobody was ever too harmed by an air knife. We'll come back. I need one diamond shield because I'm going to have an Aegis. I do want that diamond shield. Okay. Forest should be relatively quick, as I mentioned. I don't want to fight the Kyra. There's 5 of them. Only 4 of us. We don't have the numbers. Okay, so let's do the dungeon first. What's up? Let us in. Have the burn happen, get our Aegis, and then from there, get minied. I'll take fights with Gaia Jelly. They die pretty quickly if you can hit them. Spirit Blast's a bit of a pain. But, like, they give reasonable experience, and they die to almost any damage. They just have decent evade. That sucks. Okay, hole. Hey, a whole ether. Okay, we're not gonna get minied yet because, like, we're gonna be, like, leaving and coming back. Getting minied right now isn't very useful. I'll fight 2 imps, that's easy enough, I think. Yes, the confused imp looking the other direction. Oh, do imps actually have higher... They can't have that high of evade. Okay, they have that much health. Okay, maybe imps are not what I want to be fighting. Yeah, imps suck. Okay. After the 3rd evade, and 1500 plus health. Let's call the whole thing off, shall we? By that I mean I'm going to finish off this damn imp. We're way too... Have you captured something with Galoof? Does that capture go to Kryl? Actually, no. I don't know if Spirit Inheritance gives you, like, the cat in your pocket, right? Like... Fleeing is nice. We have a chicken knife we're charging. Could be, yeah. Alright, so we need Mini-Mage later. And we need, like, Mini-Mage to be cooperative. That monster's not even that bad, I just got annoyed at not having a 100% hit rate. Okay. No need to heal yet. Because all we're doing is getting fire happening. No boss yet. A lot of treasure in this area. I remember a lot of it from Ancient Cave. Obviously not all of it useful, but... Alright. Anyway. Tiny fire blocking our path. Alright. Let's go. Oh god, frame rate. Alright. Most important treasure chest, picking that up. The big thing about the Aegis Shield's that it blocks magic. It has a lower defend rate than this, but not by much. Genji has a 50, that has a 33. But, hey, there's Moogle. Oh god, Moogle! Thanks, that's gonna cast Grand Cross and all this wiggling. Come on! Kupo! In the hole! Okay. Oh my god. Alright, we dodged the Grand Cross. Or the Almagast. Sorry, I think that's Almagast on the... What's up, Kupo? I mean, what did I expect, I suppose? This is the reason I didn't tent. And you gotta have to wait for this Moogle. Hello, Moogle friend. There we go. Alright, so there's nothing in that chest. There's a flamberge over here. Sorry, over here. Not exactly. Control. Oh, I should really have just equipped the crown, huh? I have a thing for this. Control. Oh, well. I got Lena is slow to move in and out. Alright, this is the entrance and exit. I'm gonna use this to tempt. Alright, we're gonna go in, we're gonna control, we're gonna force what we need to happen, and then we're gonna leave the fight. I refuse to swap classes because Tiny Faris is canon. It's like levels. Control. I have the crown on, come on. I don't actually know if how much the crown, like, ups the rate. The enemy is under your control. What? What? Where's Lilliput and Lyric? What in the world? Okay. Oh my god. I love our tiny overworld sprite. I can't... What do you mean I can't control? That's super rude. I did not realize that that was like an enemy that has so many moves they can't use them. It's weird. 3 guy agile. Okay. getting rid of the Gala Jelly, because the Gala Jelly hits pretty hard if you don't. Alright, literally just mini Faris. It's easy. You can do it. Or don't. Or don't take any action. Thank you. Thank you for your assistance. Hold on. Okay. That's in case of some catastrophe happening in the fight. Trees, just go away. All right. Alright, everybody's got defenses. Alright. "15 minutes. We got a long fight ahead of us, so... We'll just let it go. Okay, they can hit, by the way. It's not... It's very uncommon that they can hit Faris, but they can do it. Faris's evade right now is 70% plus Elf Cape. I don't know how Elf Cape fits into that. I know that Mini doubles your evade from shields, so the 35% becomes a 70%, but I don't know how the Elf Cape like fits into that. If it's on top or if it's something else. Just waiting on those punches. This is all they do. This is all they just attack. Been pretty happy with today as a day. It's been a nice Friday. What else we got going on in the future? Gonna do, at some point tomorrow, I'm gonna do some drafting. Sunday's got Jimmy, and that'll be fun. Jimmy's been a blast, by the way, if you haven't been watching that. It's like a RPG maker RPG with a lot of heart put into it. Hey, one down. Good. Good start. A+. I'm sorry, did you just... what if, like, 90% of 8 ain't 100%? That's fair. I know that. I have to buy some new high potions, but we got tons of money. We are pretty well set on cash. Yeah, Time Spinner ended. We finished that up on Monday. Jimmy, something special, yeah. Jimmy, I didn't watch Ty play it because it was one of those games I got the feeling I was just gonna, like, play on my own at some point. Yeah. Magic's been my bread and butter for years. It's also the reason I want to give it more time on Tuesdays, is because I feel like I'm doing as much Magic as I feel like I want to, but I don't know if that's as much Magic as I feel like I should. At the same time, I probably don't give a shit, but you know what I mean? Like there's a difference there. There's a reason I don't focus on that, though. I just kind of stream whatever I feel like. But what that means is that there's certain formats where you just don't see me stream Magic for, like, a couple months. Because I just, you know, it's like, whoops, I'm sick of this limited format. Vintage Cube's around, actually, for the whole month. So, expect some of those streams in the future at some point. Vintage Cube is always a blast. What else? If you didn't watch Time Spinner, though, that was only 4 streams. It's up on YouTube, like everything is. If you didn't watch Time Spinner, it's a beautiful, like Soten Aria of Sorrow style game. In a lot of ways. Highly recommend it. Like, really love so much around that game. Nice dodge, Kaloof. But yeah, what else? Final Fantasy 13-2 has been our Wednesday stream, and that one's actually coming to an end pretty soon here. I would expect no more than 3 streams of that game left in the pocket. We're probably nearing the end from how I feel. Specifically, we know we've like Luke and I have kind of talked about how far we want to go in that game. As you might know, I don't actually like... I'm not someone who plays things to 100%. Never really have been. But I still want to get everything I want out of 13-2, which involves beating up Gilgamesh and trying to find a couple of the other endings that exist. The one we found last week was hilarious. Holy crap. And then our Thursday has generally been Halo, though we finished Halo 2. And we're waiting for Halo 3 to move on to that. They've been staggering the PC release, you see. Find that skull. Hey, that's 2. We in it. Again, like I said, I think it's about a 1 in 10. Obviously, we need a hit for that 1 in 10 to get, you know, flipped, but... But yeah, I've been really happy with how my streams have been set up as of late. The only thing I feel like I want more of going on is a little bit more magic going on. Because I've actually been heavily enjoying the current formats in Arena, but like I just haven't been doing a lot of it. Maybe once or twice a week at most. But like, fitting in Time Spinner actually was a really good change of pace, because before Time Spinner I was doing like 3 different Final Fantasies at the same time, and that was nice to break off of finally. And here I'm playing 5. Have you figured out I like JRPGs? What? I'm nothing if not predictable at times. Yeah. Oh, another hit on Faris. We can't have that. The hits on Faris are 200? It's kind of silly. I mean, I guess the mini. Right, the mini makes you take extra damage. That's why you want the dodge. But yeah. I haven't talked about it a lot. I don't know if I've talked about it at all. I talked about it a little bit the last time we had a Fiesta stream, but I stopped doing anything involving Hearthstone about a year ago. The game completely lost me. Blizzard completely lost me. It wasn't something I made any sort of public ruckus about, but I just sort of quietly uninstalled Hearthstone and said, you're done. There are things worth making a public ruckus about. There are a lot of things worth making a public ruckus about, but like, I didn't feel that was. Oh, we're running out of high potions. But yeah, so we're no more Hearthstone out of me. That's just, it's not something you can expect to see at any point in the future. Let's drink potion. It's my favorite game. Different days of the week, you'll catch me with a different game. Tales of Eternia is my favorite for a lot of reasons. Super Metroid is my favorite for a lot of reasons. Dark Souls is my favorite for a lot of reasons. I didn't even realize this until I was thinking about it literally yesterday. Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri is my favorite for a lot of reasons. Those 4 games do not have a lot of overlap. So I feel confident just throwing them all out there, and you can sort them by genre yourself. Tales of Eternia is a PS1 RPG that I played at just the right time with a very, yeah, Vesperia is the one with the wolf, with the dog. Eternia is a PS1 title that basically was timed just right for me. It has a very just excellent cast of characters, is a lot of fun, is playable multiplayer, which was a very big thing for me growing up. Although I guess that would have been more towards like me as a team, with that. But growing up, having multiplayer was always very important. Alpha Centauri is a game I didn't realize how much it affected me, or like how much I still think about it when it comes to like just all sorts of things. A lot of the secret project quotes and bits are still embedded in my mind. All the different ideals of the factions are really cool. By cool, I mean like feel very fleshed out in a way that generally I don't think I've seen in a lot of other games. That is not to say like the Yang Brotherhood is cool or whatever. But like, what it is to say is that the Yang Brotherhood is a very, is a lot more nuanced than you would expect, as are all the factions. It's kind of hilarious to me how over-the-top capitalist Morgan is, but also like there's reasons for all of it. Super Metroid is a game that I came to love later, as I did not have a Super Nintendo. Growing up, we had a Genesis. But it's a game that has perfection in so many parts and so few flaws. It has like some very minor bits I consider mistakes. Entry to Kraid could be easier to understand. The exit to Ridley could be has an issue that could easily be resolved with the X-ray visor. But the game itself is has a perfect feel to it. Is a masterclass in teaching without telling. Like, you get plopped in a small area, and this area is now your house, and you have to understand how to leave. You know, like, you have to get through the challenges ahead of you. And then, what was the last? Dark Souls. Dark Souls, again, was also a more recent one. If I'm adding a 5th to that list, by the way, I think Undertale would be the 5th on that list. Undertale was a perfectly timed game in my mind. That's 3. 1 to go. Not only that, but it's such an earnest game, and that's something that more things in life could value. You don't have to shield yourself in a layer of irony behind enjoyment. You don't have to use sarcasm as a veil. You can just earnestly like a thing. It can just be enjoyable. There are a lot of other messages to take from Undertale, but that was one that I remember at least sticks out. But yeah, I think those 5. There's a couple other games I'd consider close on that list. Mega Man X, Super Mario RPG, Goodbye Chaos. I'm trying to think of others that I've played that like are strong enough contenders to be favorites. Don't know if I'd call it a favorite, but I played Ghost Trick recently. And by recently, I mean within the last year or so. And like over time, like there's been a number of like I don't even know. Put Ghost Trick in a visual novel. It's not really what it is, but it's a hell of a game. You know, if I want to... Who's got the Dirk? We're gonna get the skull regardless at some point. Breath of the Wild was an incredibly strong game. I can agree with. I very much enjoyed my playthrough of that. Final Fantasy V, obviously, is a very near and dear game to me. But that's one that's grown out of this, like, odd repetition that we all have here. The Fiesta that we share together. You know, if I hit this thing 400 times, 470 times, it will go into chaos mode. It'll do it. But yeah, I don't know if there's any game I would truly say is my favorite. Xenoblade as well. I've been streaming that for a reason. Been streaming Xenoblade because Xenoblade was one of my favorite games I've played in the last decade, bar none. But part of me wonders how much of that was my unfamiliarity with MMOs going into it. Part of that wonders, like, the second time around, I've been able to see a lot more of the cracks in the game. But that hasn't diminished it, which is nice. It's always kind of a pain. You know, I'm always sad when you go back to something and it's just not what it was, if that makes sense. Not in a way that's like, actually, this game had some like horrible crap in it, and it's not like stuff that ain't gonna hold up. Jokes that are just completely beyond, you know, that sort of thing. Not like bad in that sense, but just like mechanically worse. You can see the thing, like bits in the story that don't hold up. Or maybe just your own taste has changed. Which can happen, you know. The game that had that happen to me most recently was streaming Tales of Vesperia last year. That game, again, is a game that has a cast that I love a lot, and a gameplay that I remembered being so very good and fun, and like a kind of fun plot that doesn't take itself terribly too like seriously, but like on the second playthrough, like all of the flaws were so much more visible in the the remake. The PS3 content is very forced in. The plot is effectively nonsense. There's a point 2/3 through the game where the main villain flies up to you, henceforth unseen. Like, you literally have never met this dude in more than like a scene before. Like, you know him. He flies up to you and confesses all of his crimes, just tells you everything that's going on. This is the plot of the game. Here are all the bad things that I've been doing behind the scenes. I'm the bad guy. And everyone in the party is just like, how is this possible? And it's just the most out of nowhere, just really, really poorly done scene. And a lot of the plot scenes in the game feel the same way, where like they don't hold up. The first third of the game is you chasing after phantoms that literally go nowhere. It's just such a... And the gameplay was worse than I remembered as well. The big problem with the gameplay is that my memory of the gameplay was the gameplay at the end of the game. And the gameplay at the end of the game is, ooh, that feels real nice, feels real good. You got a lot of different options in combat, things you can do, movement things, infinite techs, all these arts you can chain. The problem is you don't get to play that game for the first 50 hours or whatever. Like, that's not the game you're playing, because all of the things that you're, like, playing, like, the game hides every single key skill for every single key bit behind, like, oh boy, Faris taking hits is not what I want to see. Hides every single thing with every single key bit behind, like, skills on weapons and armor, and just, like, you don't have a complete character for the entire game. For instance, Judith is a character who joins you about a quarter through the game. You get her, and her gameplay style is very fun. She's all about air juggling. She's all about hitting somebody with a knock-up into the air and then doing 500 moves to them to keep them up there. And it's a blast to play. The problem is, like, air arts, the unlock is like 3/4 through the game. Some of her key skills for using aerial arts are on missable weapons that involve the most ridiculous side quests you've ever seen, where you have to go to this point, then this point, then this point, then this point, all at this exact timing, and it's just a mess. And that's every character in the game. Their entire gameplay just isn't available to you. So that, combined with, like, the plot failings, really made that game a lot worse than I recalled. Oh, I don't have any healing items left. That's fine. We'll get the skull. The Faris knows when to make a skull appear. Probably should have saved that last Phoenix down for Faris, because if Faris dies, we actually have problems here. Yeah, that was... Well, let's... hold on. What if I start taking active action because I can steal an elixir? But yeah, on the other end of that are games that I've gone back and replayed, and they're just as good, if not better, than what I remember them being. And that's always a treat when you, like, go back to replay something, and it's actually, like, no, this was actually very good. Like, there's no, like, rose-tinted glasses on it. It just was a strong game with a lot of good choices, you know. Aha, we got it there. So we have an elixir for Faris if need be. That'll make sure this fight goes correctly. We'll use it if either we're down to one standing party member or Faris takes another hit. You know, like, it's always nice to replay something and have it just, yes, wow, this is exactly what it should be, you know? What else would I put on my, like, list of... I think that every game I've mentioned is a pretty exhaustive list of my actual favorites. Like... That feels pretty accurate. Alright, I think that means we're gonna have to spend this elixir. Okay. And now we put the controller down, because I have no inputs left. I believe in Tiny Faris, though. There's a number of card games I think if I went back to explore these days, I would just not understand them anymore. The 90s and to early 2000s were a very big boom for the card game market, and there are a lot of them that I played that, like, I'm certain were just a mess. Oh dear. Faris and Crystal trading blows. Who will fall? Well, I believe in Tiny Faris. Do you believe in Tiny Faris? I hope you do. After we get this knockout, we then have the cutscene where Kryl joins us, and that'll be where we stop for the night. Every attack could be the last. Alright, 1v1. This is it. When I mentioned Tales of Eternia, did you know what that was? Tales of Eternia did not sell well. Tales of Eternia was not a critical success in any way. The Tales series was unknown up to that point. Vesperia and Symphonia were known later. Oh boy. Alright, final blow for everyone. If we take an L here, that's gonna be a bit of a sad one. There are a bunch of them, but there are ones that are way more popular than others. The Tales of Eternia was a PS1 title that sold some copies. But yeah, as far as games that nobody knows about being my favorite, that's the one. This is thrilling. Every attack could be the last on either side. Faris could make the skull show up, or bam, that's it. Alright. We have been flattened, everybody. I hope you enjoyed being flattened. Alright, we'll do crystals another time. That'll be a fun... It's like 4 AM and I would like to fall asleep now, but I hope you enjoyed the Fiesta. So, thank you all for joining. Catch ya. We'll be doing more of this just randomly. Thursday is dedicated Fiesta time, though, as far as when that's fitting in. So yeah, follow us, see when I go live, subscribe for the skull from this game. Good night, everybody.